My first spring semester in college has loaded me with homework, but luckily I have 4 main tips that I live by so I don't get overwhelmed by all of it. So this week I decided to do a vlog about only the moments where I'm studying, along with all my studying tips, of course. I started this vlog January 28th. For some context, my professor's wife was having a baby, but he didn't tell us if class was canceled or not. So just to be safe, I showed up to class as the good student I am. But we ended up not having class, but I had construction homework due that day. So that's where this vlog starts off. Papers can rip, but you can just read my lips. All my words will always remain. All colors from your favorite shirt washed out, but I'd wear it every night that you're not around. Oh, things are quickly changing, except the way you made me feel. Oh, how does it feel so good? Hey guys, so hopefully you can hear me over the furnaces, but I just did homework for I want to say about an hour in the cat lab, and you guys saw that. Then I went over to the library, which is where my Revit class is, and so I was trying to get onto that computer, but there was a class in there so I couldn't. So I came over to my interior design building, and now we're just working on the computers here, and I got my files all transferred over, so it's good. But basically I have to catch up on yesterday's class because I missed it because I had the stomach flu. I was still contagious with the stomach flu. I wasn't actively throwing up yesterday. But anyways, we have to do chapter 4 and part of 5 out of this. I don't think it'll take me too long considering the class is 2.5 hours and I'm always working ahead. I think it's only going to take me 60 minutes, maybe 90. But it is 6:15, so let's just get straight into it. Since the first time you kissed me, I always knew. Oh, how does it feel so good? Almost too good to be true. Even when it's been a lifetime, our first day flower. Okay, so now it is 10 o'clock, so I think that was an hour. I finished about half the assignment, but I do in fact have class in an hour in this room. However, I want to go get something to eat because I'm starving. I want to make it before breakfast ends, which is in 22 minutes. So I'm going to go get something to eat, and then I'll probably come back after my class and finish this up. So I'm in the library. Got out of my construction class 40 minutes ago, and I went and got Einstein's, and then I just bought my textbook because I was using the temporary access. Tell me why this textbook was almost $200. I need to get this business thing done by tomorrow, afternoonish, because me and my friend are gonna meet up to do the assignment that I'm reading about, if that makes sense. The reason I'm in the library is this is where my Revit class is, and I'm hoping that I can get into that room in about an hour, because I'm gonna do my business stuff for an hour, and I'm gonna finish the Revit stuff that I was working on earlier. If you should write me a beautiful song, all the notes they will forever ring in my mind. I'll never forget our melody. All colors from your favorite. It's almost been an hour. I've done quite a bit of my business reading. I'm about a little over a third done. However, I'm getting kind of tired of it, so we're gonna go in there and do my Revit work. Every night that you're not around. Oh, everything has changed except the way you make me feel. Oh, hey guys, so I just wanted to come on here and say I worked on my Revit thing for about an hour, and now I am caught up for tomorrow's class. I've low-key been doing a lot of homework and being super productive with my day, but I'm probably gonna do some more just because somehow I'm still motivated to. So I basically went home and showered because I felt absolutely disgusting. But anyways, now I'm in the cat lab and I'm gonna do some more business work, and then I'm gonna work on Revit, but it's not for a class assignment, it's for something I'm doing on my own personal stuff, aka my father's basement. I'm gonna try to get at least 2/3 of the way done with my business work, if not all the way done with it. But I'm gonna use these computers because my computer's almost dead and I don't feel like taking it out of my bag.
How does it feel so good? Oh, to be loved by you. Since the first time you kissed me, I always knew. How does it feel so good?
I just did my business work for about an hour and I got it all done. It took way less time than I thought. It was gonna take like 90 minutes, but that's all ready for me and my friend to do the assignment tomorrow. So I'm low-key gonna mark that off my assignment tracker. But honestly, that's like my #1 tip on how to keep track of your assignments and keep on top of them. So let me show you guys my assignment tracker. Okay, so this is my assignment tracker. I do it all in Excel because it's so easy to add assignments and sort it into the right position. I'm just going to give you guys a real quick tutorial on how to make one. Essentially, you're going to make a column for the date, the assignment, the class, and the status. And then for every class, you're just going to go ahead and put in every assignment. And then I like to color code it. Then you're going to highlight all of it and go to sort and filter and click on oldest to newest. And this will put it in the order of closest due date to furthest. But to be so honest with you guys, this is the only way I can keep on top of my assignments. So if you need a new tracker, I definitely suggest doing this with all of your assignments. But anyways, I'm gonna go update this and then I'm gonna work on my dad's basement in Revit. I'm not gonna show you guys that because that's not part of my homework.
How to be loved by you, even when
Hey guys, so ignore this angle, but it is in fact 2 days later. Yesterday, I didn't do any homework because I was just really busy and I didn't really have a bunch of homework. But anyways, I just had class and then I was working on my dad's floor plan. And then I went and got Einstein's, which this kind of leads into tip #2 for studying, which is recharge before you study. I feel like so many people start to study even though they're feeling absolutely exhausted, they're feeling hungry, they're thirsty, whatever. And personally, I feel like whenever I do that is when I have those unproductive studying sessions. So one thing I do before either studying or doing homework is genuinely just recharging. If I'm tired, I take a nap or I get a coffee. If I'm hungry, I get food. If I'm feeling sad or like not good emotionally, I read my Bible. But basically, I do all these things before I start studying because taking 15 minutes to eat will make me more productive when I'm actually studying, so I will get more done in less amount of time. So basically, it just works out. So I would say that's tip #2, and that's what I'm currently doing. I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna drink my coffee, and I'm just gonna rest. Because honestly, I just need that time, and I'm gonna feel so much better than once I start to actually work on my homework. So I'm gonna do all that, and then I'll be back to work on my homework. I'm all ready to go study. I feel good and I'm just about to lock in and be productive. So let's see how productive and how long I can lock in for. I think we're gonna go to the half floor or the study room. We'll see whichever one's open.
time our first date, flowers feel new.
I did work for like an hour and a half and then I took a half-hour break and now we're back to working on the same thing. I did homework for like 40 minutes and then I took like a 20-minute break, but now we're back to homework because I need to do it. It's not actually due for a couple days.
Hey guys, so today is the last day of January, thank the Lord. Right now I'm getting ready to go to the library to then study, but I'm gonna be in the quiet area and clearly you're not supposed to be talking that much in the quiet area. So I'm gonna go over today's tip right now. And today's tip is to make a list of everything you need to do. This is actually so helpful when it's not just like assignments that you're doing, but also like studying for a test. Once I get to the library, I'm immediately gonna make a list of everything that I want to do, of the assignments I want to do, the flashcards I want to make, what I want to study, what chapters, all of that. I feel like this helps so much more out of the assignment tracker because yes, the assignment tracker is basically a to-do list, but this helps you dive in deeper and know the exact tasks. And personally for me, I feel like it helps me not be overwhelmed because sometimes I get overwhelmed because I have so much to do and I don't even know where to start. I should be able to talk because even though this is the quiet area, there's literally no one here. The library opened up like 10 minutes ago and it's a Saturday. So I very much doubt there's gonna be anyone here. But anyways, I'm gonna get my stuff set up, go to the bathroom, make a to-do list, and then start studying. So I'm back and now it is time to make that to-do list. I'm just gonna use the little notepad that already comes installed on HPs because literally my favorite thing ever. So I just did my to-dos and here's my 10 to-dos for today, and they don't all have to happen. I did a lot, like just in case I run out somehow. So I need to read chapter 7 in my manufacturing textbook and answer all the questions for that. I need to research for my presentation in my household technology class. I'm gonna go over chapter 1 for my business statistics class just so I don't fall behind on studying and stuff. Then I'm gonna do chapter 2 for household technology, which we just have to read, there's no questions on that one. Then I'm gonna make my flashcards for residential drawing because we have a test coming up. Then I'm actually gonna build my presentation for household technology. Then I'm gonna do my construction unit 17 textbook reading, which that one actually isn't that long, thank the Lord, because that reading is so long every week. Then we're gonna do more business work, we're gonna do chapter 2. Then we're gonna practice residential drawing flashcards, and then we're gonna go over construction chapter 2. So that's kind of the plan. It is almost 1:30. I'm not quite done with my first to-do, which is just great. However, I am pretty close. I think the most it will take me is another hour, but I don't think it should take me that long because that was ridiculous. That 6 pages of reading and 11 questions took me an hour. But anyways, I'm gonna take a 15-minute break. So I will be back at 2:45 and then we'll start studying again. It has been 15 minutes and I'm just gonna power through this last chapter. I did in fact have a little snack because I brought 3 snacks with me today because I knew I was going to be here for a while. But anyways, I'm going to finish this last chapter and then I'll come back to you guys. It has been 45 minutes and I finally finished. When I say this is the most I've ever spent, like time-wise, on these questions, like, I don't know what was happening, but it was just taking me so stinking long. I'm gonna take a break for 10 minutes, so by the time I come back, it's gonna be like 3:45, and then we will work on my research. I'm just so glad I'm done with this. Oh my goodness. I am gonna start by making sure it's not in the textbook, because it probably is. So I'm gonna go through that and then I'm gonna start doing my online stuff. So that took me less than 30 minutes. I'm not gonna do the slides till later. But now it's time to work on business chapter 1. I'm probably gonna take till 4:15, which is in 4 minutes, and then I'm going to start working on business. It has been an hour and 10 minutes and I fully got through the 3rd thing on my to-do list. But here is my beautiful whiteboard. This is low-key my first time ever doing this because I've never needed to like really study like this. I actually kind of love doing this, like time flew while I was doing this. But anyways, I'm pretty sure I need to go eat dinner and then I may or may not be back. We'll see. I will talk to you guys either later tonight or tomorrow. Hey guys, so it is now Sunday. I honestly don't know how much studying I'm going to be able to do. Right now, I'm probably going to be able to do 45 minutes and then I need to go grab my laundry. And I might be able to do like an hour and a half more after that, but then I'm going to CSF. And I might study after CSF too, just depending on how much I actually want to get done today. I'm not going to lie, I don't have a lot due super soon. Of course, we need to work on it. For today's tip, it is find your spot. I have very many different spots that you guys have seen in this video, but the main two is the half floor and the study room. The half floor is good because it has a whiteboard and I can also lock in. There's not too many people passing by, but there's enough for me to not feel like super isolated from the world. I love the quiet area study room because I seriously put on my music and just lock in. And of course there's a whiteboard. You guys saw me lock in yesterday and I feel like that's one of my favorite places. But again, I also love the half floor. The half floor is also super easy for me to go to because it's literally like 10 steps that way. So for today's tip, I would just say find your spot. Find the one that has all the materials that you need, that doesn't have distractions, but lets you do what you need to do. I'm gonna go ahead and head up to the half floor and we're gonna start studying. Let's do it. Okay, I just studied for like 45 minutes, but now I'm going to do my laundry and then I'm going to go fold my laundry and then hopefully I'll be back to study a little bit, but I'm just not going to have a lot of time to study before CSF, but that's the plan. Okay, it is almost 5 o'clock, so I could probably get 30 to 45 more minutes of homework in before CSF, so let's go do it. Also, I forgot to tell you guys that I got like 1.5 to-dos off my to-do list done. I'm gonna try to finish the to-do that I'm on and then I'll be done until after CSF. I just did homework for an hour, but low-key, I feel like I just can't do any more tonight. But honestly, this was the last day of this vlog, but I'm gonna film the outro tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Overall, in this vlog, I studied for 14 hours, but I hope the advice was helpful and that the studying was motivational. But please let me know if you guys like this type of advice video. If you do, let me know what other things you want advice on. It could be anything school, personal, or spiritual wise. I'm quite literally an open book. But I hope this video has helped you in some sort of way, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you watched the whole way, comment this emoji down below. If you guys wouldn't mind, please subscribe and thumbs up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you, and so does Jesus, and I'll see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.
A letter each day.